Well, see, now we have seen what stack implementation, right? Stack implementation using what? Push and pop. And same thing we did in the data structures also using linked list, add first, add last, I mean say delete last, or add first, delete first, or delete last, add last, right? Now when you go to C++, programmer not required to worry about the logic. Programmer not required to worry about the logic. Already by default stack implementation is provided by STL. In C++ there is a concept called STL. So to understand this you need to know templates concept. Okay, templates is a prerequisite to understand this. Now what we are trying to do, we will try to see the syntax and we will try to see what are all the predefined functions available. Understand, the only difference between C programming, data structure and C++ is in C++ the implementation is already given, like printf. I am not writing the library function printf, right? So here already the function is present, we are just calling it, that's all. We need to know how do we call the function, right? Fine. Now we are going to start stack which is present in STL. Now listen carefully, whichever the data structure you are interested to work, first step you need to include the data file. What is the first step? You need to include the data file. What is the first data file? That is hash include stack. Okay, hash include stack. We need to include the data file, hash include stack. Anyway, first step to include stack, all this present in one place called using namespace std. Namespace is one word, std is separate word. There is no space between name and space. Namespace is a one namespace keyword. Namespace is a keyword actually. Okay, using is also keyword in C++. Okay, these two are keywords, right? These are the two steps we need to write. Now what are the functions available in the stack? I am going to tell. First function is push, second function is top, third function is pop, fourth function is size, fifth function is swap, sixth function is emplace. I hope these functions, if you are able to learn, then our job is done. Now I am going to discuss all functions in detail. Okay, fine. So let us take, we are having int main or void main, that's not a problem to me. Now I need to create a stack. Listen carefully. Now I need to create a stack where that stack will store integers. Where that stack will store integers. What the syntax is? Stack int. Yes. What is the meaning of this line? As soon as you write this line, internally a stack is created for storing integers. Internally a stack is created for storing integers, right? Fine. Now first what I will do now, s dot push of 10. What is the syntax? S dot push of 10 means 10 is pushed into stack. Yes. So this is your stack. Yes, this is your stack. Yes. Okay. See, this function is a predefined function. If you can see in our C language, what will you write? Only push of 10. If you write push of 10, the 10 is pushed onto a stack, right? Fine. Now again I am writing s dot push of 20. Then what happens? 20 is pushed onto stack. I hope this is very clear, right? Now what I am trying to do is s dot push of 30. So what will happen? 30 is coming here. Now try to see what I am trying to write. It is cout s dot size, and I am using endl. Endl means control will come to new line. So what is the size of the stack? The size of the stack is 3. Means what? In the stack currently we are having 3 elements. In the stack currently we are having 3 elements. Now try to understand the difference between top and pop is top will give you the value, top value present in the stack, which is the top value present in the stack. But it won't delete the value. Pop will delete the value. Understand? Top will give you the top value but not delete the value. Pop will delete the value. Right? Now size already we discussed. Next there is another function we did not write here, empty function. Empty function will return 1 when stack is empty. Empty function will return 1 when stack is empty. I did not write the function, already it is there. Empty function will return 0 when the stack is not empty, right? Fine. So what I will do, I want to print the values present in the stack. How do I do that? While not s dot empty. Try to see. Now tell how many elements are present in the stack. 3 elements are present in the stack. When 3 elements are present in the stack, s dot empty. S dot empty value will be what? 0. Not 0, true. Then what will I do? See out s dot top. What is the meaning of s dot top? Whichever the element present on the top of the stack, that is coming out. So not coming out, we are just referring to that. So what is the value? 30. Endl. Endl means control will come to new line. Now if again you tell s dot top, 30 is only there. 30 is only there. Why? Because we did not delete. Top will not delete the value. Top will refer to the first element. Top will refer to the top element, right? If you want to get 20, then top should point to 20. If you want to point to 20, then 20 should be top. How 20 will be top when you delete 30? How do you delete 30? s.pop. Right? So what is the top? It will refer to top element. What is pop? It will delete top element. Okay, fine. Now try to see s dot pop, 30 popped. End of the loop, stack is not empty, s dot top. What is top? 20. Endl. Again writing s dot pop. So I'll come here, 20. Completed. S stack is not empty, s dot top, 10. 10 is pop, end of the loop, s dot empty. Stack is what? Empty. Empty means 1, not 1, 0, come out of the loop, right? So what we are trying to do? We are seeing what? Push function, top function, pop, size. Next we need to see swap. Next we need to see m+. Next we will see swap first. Next we will see m+. Okay, fine. Now we will see what? Swap. Okay. So generally we assume swap is one way, but not that way. See, you are telling swap, no? Here swap means, understand, very important point. Swap means we are swapping the data of two stacks. Means what? Stack 1 data is swapped to stack 2, stack 2 data is swapped to swap 1. What I am telling, you will understand. Easy only, just listen. First step what? Using namespace std. Next step what? Hash include stack. These two are mandatory. Okay. Because all the predefined functions are present in the stack which are related to stack, right? Now what I'll do? Void main. Void main or int main, that's all up to you people. Next what? Stack int. No, instead of int, this time I'll take char. Okay. s1 comma s2. What is the meaning of this line? s1 is one stack which is used to store character. s2 is also another stack which is used to store character, right? Now what will I do? You know, s1 dot push a, s1 dot push b, s1 dot push c. Okay, fine. Now what happens here? A is there, b is there, c is there in s1, right? Next what will I do? See here, s2 dot push yes, s2 dot push t. Means what is there? In s2 we are having what? S and t. Right? Now s1 content should come to s2, s2 content should come to s1, s1 content should come to s2, s2 content should come to s1. How do I do that? s1 dot swap of s2. Means what? s1 data and s2 data are swapped. Means s2 data will come here, this will come here. So how do you know that? Here s is there, t is there. Here what happens? A is there, b is there, c is there, s1 and s2. Now I want to print the values. We know how do we print the values, right? Instead of printing, what I will do now? Just I will print the size. See out s1 dot size. Endl. See, we know how do we print the values in the stack, right? Next what will I do? See out s2 dot size. Endl. Fine. So what is the size of the stack now? 2. What is the size of the stack? 2, 3. Initially s1 was having 3 elements, 2 elements. Now we are having 2 elements and 3 elements, right? See, instead of printing the elements in the stack, to ensure the stack is reversed, I just printed the count. Still if you want, you can print the values also. That's all up to you people, right? Fine. Next we need to discuss m+. M+ is little important, just try to understand. Okay, fine. Well, now I am going to discuss about what? In place. Try to understand. This is very important. Might be we will not understand in the first attempt itself, but I'll try to explain you in multiple attempts so that you will understand. Okay, fine. Now, listen carefully. Emplace will create an object and push the data. Emplace will create the object and push the data into stack. So push will just to push the data into stack, but emplace what it will do? It will create an object and push the data. Understand? To create an object, constructor is invoked, that we already know, right? We'll see that. First we'll see basic example. After that we'll see what is the meaning of emplace, right? See here, first void main. Any of the two statements are there for me. Stack int s1. Now what I am writing? S1 dot push of 10. What is the meaning of that one? Already 10 object is there, the 10 object is pushed. Now what I am trying to do now? S1 dot emplace of 20. What is the meaning of this line? 20 object is created and pushed. What is the meaning of 20 object is created? Actually already the object is created. All predefined integers are already created, right? Fine. Next what I will do? So on to stack what is there? 10 is there. On to stack what is there? 20 is there. On to stack what is there? 20 is there. I hope this is very clear. Next what will I do? S1 dot push of 30. So what happens? 30. So have you seen any difference between push and emplace? There is no difference, right? Again I am telling, listen, push will push the existing object, whereas emplace will push, understand, very important point, after creating an object. Emplace will create an object and push. I am going to show you that anyway, okay? Fine. See here. Next what will I do? S1 dot emplace of 30. Okay, let me put this as 40, right? 40. Now I want to print the values, right? Have you seen push also pushing the data, emplace is also pushing the data, right? Emplace is creating and pushing, but pushing, what it is doing? Already existing thing only it is pushing. Now I want to print the data, right? We will use now size variable, right? We will use what? Size variable. Previously what we used s.empty, right? We can use like this also. While s.size greater than 0, 4 greater than 0, 3 greater than 0, 2 greater than 0, 1 greater than 0, 0 greater than 0, false means loop will repeat 4 times. I hope this is very clear, right? But I need to decrement it, right? So I cannot write like this. So what I need to do? I need to create a variable. Let us take a variable value is int k, right? So what can I do? K is equal to 0 while k less than s.size. So k value 0, 0 less than 4, 1 less than 4, 2 less than 4, 3 less than 4, right? Then what will I do? Cout s.top endl. Next what? s.pop. s.pop. Next what? K is equal to k plus 1. So what will be the output? 40, 30, 20, 10. So whenever you are working with the basic data type, you really don't know what is the purpose of emplace. Now we are going to discuss what scenario we are going to use emplace, right? Fine. Now we are going to see the actual scenario where we use emplace. Now what we are going to see? We are going to see emplace. Now we are going to see in detail about emplace, right? See here. Let us take, there is a class A. Here we are having int val1 comma val2. Now if you want to understand emplace, better you need to know little bit of C++ programming. If not, you will not understand emplace, right? Fine. Next what I am trying to do? Public. What I am doing? Int val1 equal to 0, int val2 equal to 0. What is the meaning of this line? We are creating a constructor with two default arguments. Okay, fine. Sorry, int not val1 val2, right? So int x equal to 0, int y equal to 0. What is the meaning of this one? We are creating a constructor with two default arguments x and y. Next what will I do? Val1 is equal to x, val2 is equal to y. Cout, just to ensure constructor is invoked, I am going to print that. And if you want to print the values also, better I can print the values also, right? So constructor x value I will print, I will print val1, next I will print space, and I will print val2, and I will space, not space, I will use ender also. So what I am trying to do, I am creating a constructor and I am just assigning the values into val1, val2, and I am using to val1 and val2 also, right? Fine. This is one constructor we have. I hope this is very clear, right? Now what I am trying to do, void main, please observe here, stack a s1 means what? S1 is a stack, S1 is a stack which is used to store a object. S1 is a stack which is used to store a object. Now what I am trying to do, S1 dot push. Whenever I tell S1 dot push, push can push the objects of a type. Push can push the objects of a type, but there is no object. That is the reason I should create one object, right? How do I create object? A obj1 of 10. Listen carefully. A obj1 of 10 means obj1 object is created. We are passing one argument. So what is the value of x at 10 and what is the value of y? 0, right? Now what I need to do? I need to push obj1. So whenever you write obj1 10, what is the output you got here? Constructor followed by 10 and 0 you got. Constructor followed by 10 and 0 you got. Now listen carefully. What I am trying to do now, s1 dot emplace of 111, 222. This is very important, understand. Whenever I am using s1 dot emplace, internally 111 and 222 are created one object into that object 111 and 222 are passed. So x value is 111, y value is 222, x value copied to val1, y value copied to val2. So what will be the output at this time? Con 111, 222, con 111, 222. I hope this is very clear, right? Fine. Next what I am trying to do, s1 dot emplace of 444. Right? Fine. So now what is happening here? Can you please see? We created one object 1. In this object 1 we are having what values? 10 and 0. Right? That is happened here. Now whenever I tell s1 dot emplace, here one object is created. What is the name of the object? I don't know. But object is created with what values? 111, 222. Next, whenever you tell s1 dot emplace, another object is created. So that object is created with what value? 444, because it's a variable number of argument. X value will be 444 and y value will be what? 0. So here another object is created with x value what? 444 and this. X means I don't know the name of the object, right? Now what I'll do? I'll write s1 dot emplace. S1 dot emplace. Now see, I am not passing any argument, but still it can be accepted. So what happens here? X is created with object 0, 0. So another object is created with what? 0, 0. So understand, very important point. If you are using push, you should only create object and you should push the object. But if you use emplace, system only, compiler only will create the object and it will push. What is the proof that object is created? Constructor is invoked. When the constructor is invoked, when an object is created, right? See here, I created the object, understand, programmer created the object and pushed. But in the last 3 statements, system only creating the object and pushing. There are 2 proofs. What is the first proof I can tell? Here 4 elements are there on the stack. How do you know that 4 elements are there? Simply I can use what? Cout s.size, right? So what will be the answer? 4. What are the 4 objects? These are all the 4 objects. If you can keep this val1, val2 in the public section, still I can print the values also. I can print the values also, right? I hope this is very clear. See, this is very important point I am telling. The difference between push and emplace. Emplace will create an object and push it onto stack. Push will push an existing object. Push will push an existing object. Now another important point. Push will take always one argument. Push will take always one argument. But emplace can take any number of arguments. Why? Because emplace function internally using a concept called what? Varargs. Okay, emplace can take minimum 0 arguments, 1 argument or 2 arguments, but you cannot pass here 3 arguments. Why? If you pass 3 arguments, you need to invoke a constructor which will take 3 arguments. There is no constructor which will take 3 arguments, right? That is the reason error. See, strictly speaking, M place can take any number of arguments. That is really dependent on what? Constructor. That is really dependent on a constructor. In this program, this constructor can be invoked for 0 object, 1 object and 2 object, right? I hope this is very clear. So with this, we have completed what? Stack implementation and stack predefined functions also, right? Now we need to see queue predefined functions. Well, now we are going to see queue, right? Already we have seen queue implementation using what? Arrays. Queue implementation we will be seeing, or we will see linked list also, right? Now already in C++ in STL there is a concept called queue. They are providing you the library, we just need to know the functions, right? What is the function we need to know? For that what we will see, see, this is queue, we already know, and we know insertion is done at this end, this is called rear end, and deletion is done at this end, this is called front end. So we are having two ends basically. I hope this is very clear, right? So the operation in the rear we called as what? Enqueue. I hope this is clear, right? But what C++ people are terminology wise, to make it as consistent as like stack, they are going to call it as a push. They are going to call it as what? Push. And as we are calling this as DQ, they are going to call this as what? Pop. So we are having a push function and pop function, and try to see in the case of stack we are having top, but here we will be having front and back. Here we will be having what? Front and back. So front will, deletion is done at front end, insertion is done at back end. That we are going to see. What are the functions available here from this in the queue? Push function, pop function. Push is used to enqueue operation, pop is used for dequeue operation, right? Next, to get the data, always we have what function? One is front function, another is back function. Next, similarly we have what? Size function. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 5, 6 is empty function. So size function will give you the size, empty function will check the stack queue is empty or not, right? It's a predefined function. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is what we have. We are having swap function, and 8th one is mplace, right? So these functions I am not going to discuss. Why I am not going to discuss? As good as same as stack only, right? So now I am going to discuss push, pop, front, back. Okay, fine. Let us take, we are writing first step, always what you should write? Hash include queue, QUE, right? Queue. Next, before this what can I write? Using namespace std. Using namespace std, right? Fine. Now what I am trying to do, int main, I am going to create queue, QUE for storing integers. Queue is a object, queue is an object, container object which is used to store integers. So what can I do? Q dot push of 10. So we are pushing from this side, so 10 is coming here, right? 10 is first inserted element. Next what I am writing? Q dot push of 20. So what happens? From this side I came, 20 came here. Next what I will do? Q dot push of 30. So what we are going to get here? 30. Next what I will tell? Q dot push of 40. Yes, we are having here what? 40. Okay. Now try to understand. See, in the case of stack we are having only one end. Insertion and deletion is done at one end, but here insertion is done at one end, deletion is done at that another end. Now I would like to know what is the first element, what is the last element. How do you know that? See out q dot front. What is the meaning of front? The element which is first inserted, right? And let me write here q dot back. So back will give you what element? Latest element. Q will give you what element? Front will give you what element? First element. Latest element is 40, first element is 10. So what is the answer you are going to get here? 10. What is the answer you are going to get here? 40. If I want to print all the elements, how do you print it? Same thing, right? While not q dot empty. So q means what? Whichever the element is coming first, I need to delete that, right? That is the reason what can I do? Cout q dot front. Whenever you tell q dot front, this is deleted and front is pointing here. Sorry, 10 is only coming, not deleted. So if you want to delete that, what will I do? Q dot pop. Pop means what? DQ operation, right? Pop means a DQ operation. So 10 is coming out. Fine. Q is not empty, Q dot front. 20 is coming for you, Q dot pop. If you tell Q dot pop, 20 came. Next not empty, Q dot front. What is Q dot front? 30 came. Pop means 30 is deleted. Next to Q dot empty is condition is true. Q dot front 40 is coming to you. Next what? If you tell pop, done. Q dot empty, yes, Q is empty, 1, not 1, 0 come out, right? And now I need to write what here, return 0. So what are all the functions we discussed? Push, pop, front, back, size same, empty, swap, emplace are same only. I don't want to discuss that, right? So here we can get the first element and the latest element, right? So this is what? First element. This is the latest element, right? Again, another important point is what? Front and back will never delete the elements. Front will give you the first element, back will give you the latest element. But if you want to delete the element, you need to use pop. Pop will always delete the first inserted, right? Because first in, first out Q. I hope this is very clear, right? Fine.